Today's session. I hope that this workshop will be worth your time and really fruitful for you. Now, few things that I am assuming that maybe if some of the audience here have attended my workshops before or attended any agentic workshops for that matter. Some people might be super new to this. Maybe this is their first time they are building any agent or even, getting started into the agentic side of things. No worries. I'll take it very like in a very good pace, right? If it matches your pace, please feel free to follow along with me. Now, if you think that it is a little slow for you, you can also just jump ahead and reference to guide. Everything is provided in the guide that I've also linked up in the chat section. And you can just skip and just start building your agent. That's also absolutely fine. All right. Okay. So thank you for joining today's session. And without much further ado, let's jump into the guide. I have shared the link of guide in the chat section. So please kindly open that up. I will share I hope that the screen is visible. Also, throughout this workshop, if you have any kind of doubts, please feel free to drop them in the chat section. I will take a look time to time and solve all of your queries, anything that you might have. Okay. And yeah, okay. All right. We can start. So in the guide, we first have like our sign up ritual, basically. From where you can just get your hands dirty and get started with whole building process. Once you have done your sign up, you can straight go ahead and launch your builder, and then we'll start building. All right. So also once you sign up, you have a 30-day free trial and you get 2000 AI credits, with which trust me, you can do like a lot of agents and explore a lot of use cases by yourself and in these workshops as well. All right. Okay. Next, a little bit about myself. I'm Aharna. I am the developer advocate at Drona HQ and your workshop instructor. I am like very fond of like community events, building agents. I mostly build agents, like that's how my work looks like. So yeah, I just come up with these kind of use cases, and I write also blogs sometimes. All right. Next is about Drona HQ. Like a lot of, you can visit our website while you sign up. You can also check out what are the different features and what are the different, sites we are working on. We have like our agentic side. We have also vibe coding, low code side, which you can also check out if that caters to your requirement or exploration desire. All right. Yeah, before deep diving into the whole workshop, getting fully hands-on technical and starting to build everything, like a few things I would like to talk about this platform and how this is a little different than what you usually see in the market, right? In the platforms that you see in the market. So first off, Drona HQ has a very foundational layer, as well as it has like all of the enterprise systems ingrained into it. So if you're belonging from an enterprise, I'm assuming, so you work with a lot of systems, right? A lot of databases, a lot of APIs, endpoints, a lot of different other things. A lot of governance goes into the whole production side of things. So every detail that an enterprise need, right, all of that is very much baked into our platform. And while you are building any kind of agents or apps or vibe coded apps, all of these features you get, and these help you to build your production level production ready agents, right? Okay. And we have a lot of other things as well. You can build like RAG agents, SQL agents, various type of workflow agents used by multiple triggers. We have almost 1,000 ready tools, plus inbuilt tools, plus the whole lot of connectors and databases and APIs, right, to cater to your needs. All right. Now, before moving further, I have broken down some core concepts. If you're first time building this agent, right, it's like helpful to know what is an instruction, what is a tool, what is a knowledge base. So just to break it down very simply, an agent is an orchestrator which has brains like human do, where the models, the LLM models like Gemini, Anthropic, DeepSeek, all of these models come in and they act as the brain. And then as an orchestrator, it also has various tools, which by which you it can achieve tasks. Tools, like it has a lot of them, a lot of inbuilt tools, a lot of third party tools available, a lot of connectors available. So if you are familiar with our platform maybe previously, so you would know that we have a huge list of connectors including databases and APIs. So that all features are also included along with the ready tools that we have. Next is we have knowledge base. So knowledge base becomes really important if your agent is more like has rack systems or rack pipelines available. Next, we also have guardrails and triggers, which helps in the tracing and observability side of things. And yeah, we talked about LLM being the brain of the agent already. So I hope anyone who this is the first session on agents, I have tried to break down things into very simple steps. All right. Now, the whole building process is kind of majorly into three parts. First, you just create your agent. Okay, you should definitely name your agent. Otherwise, you get like confused between a lot of new agents. And then we need to configure the agent. Now the configuration, there comes like a lot of let's say selecting your model. Our platform is also very model agnostic, so you can switch between different models and see for yourself like which combination of instruction and models give you the best output. So that is also very much possible, and the switch is like in a click. And next is you have instruction, you have different knowledge bases, you have all of the SQL databases, you also have tools, and then you have long list of triggers that you can choose from and trigger your agent, right? Now this guide is going to be the source for all of our agent needs, right? You need instruction, you need tool guide, you need the kind of prompts that you can test your agent with. Everything I have provided in this agent guide. So this becomes super important, right? And yeah, we have the agent that we are going to build is our sales quotation agent. I'll also like tell you like when this agent is helpful and what all. Next, we have the system instructions right here. It's a long instruction. I'll also tell you how I have generated this instruction. If you have any other use case in your mind, if you want to explore yourself, like by yourself, any agent that you have, you can do that. Just use any of the LLMs, ChatGPT. I usually use ChatGPT to create my agent, and that's it. That's all you need with the model setup, this platform, and you're good to go. Your agent is very much there. Okay. Next, we also have the HTML part, which is very exclusive to this agent that we are going to build today. I have given some of the prompts that you can copy and just test your agent with. And next, and then kind of towards the last, once we have finalized all of our agent workings, fine-tuned our agent, we can just publish it and share it with our peers, teammates, and that's about it. And final and very, very important step is to share what kind of agent you have built, so that others can also get some exposure to what kind of agents they also can build, right? It's like a group process. We are in this together in this workshop, and it really encourages other people and myself to brainstorm more use cases and do these workshops week after week. All right. That's about it. So that was an overview of this guide for today. And okay, next thing is what we are going to build today. All right. So just give me one moment. Okay, perfect. Great. So we are going to build a sales quotation generator agent, right? So just think about this, okay? You're in the sales team and a customer sends you a message for getting like a quotation from you. Okay, you have, um let's say a lot of maybe hoodies or any of the electronic supplies. Okay, maybe you have a lot of laptops that you want to sell, and a customer wants to like get quotation from you, right? So let's say they want 50 pieces of product and they want it delivered in a week, and they want it delivered in Mumbai, right? So now you as a person from the sales team, what you'll need to generate, you need to check the let's say tax, you'll need to check the shipping cost, you'll need to check your base prices, your stock in inventory availability, if it is at all like possible to meet all of the 50 units or not, right? These are the processes you go through. Then you calculate your profit margins, how much profit are you going to gain on this deal, if it is at all suitable for your business, right? So all of these hidden calculations kind of go into this whole process. And finally, if you have a good profit margin, you send the quotation. If let's say the profit margin is really low, then most of the times you need to send it to your manager for approval, and then maybe you also like negotiate and come to like a suitable quote. Otherwise, let's say if you do not have the stock, in that case, like you have to kind of reject that customer's offer, right? So these are the typical scenarios. Now just take a back step and think what you would have to do if you had to build it like in a traditional method, right? If you had to like build it not in our platform, maybe in some other platform where you had to like hard code it, right? So this is how it would look like. At first you would need like a user interface where your customer would come and ask for their requirement. Let's say they want 50 units, so they'll just mention 50 units, where they want it delivered, when they want it delivered, all of this. Next is you would have to build your whole agent backend, right? In that backend a lot of things goes into it, right? It there's like short term memory, there's long term memory, there's a lot of like APIs that you need to handle, a lot of context that you need to handle. Otherwise, like the agent kind of, you have to start from ABCD all of the time, right? There's a lot of JSON schemas, and also for this agent to work beautifully, you would need observability tracing to see whether this agent is actually doing the desired work in the perfect manner or not, right? So a lot of things goes into it. Like you need a front end application and orchestration framework, you need all of the memory layers, you need the vector databases, the document generation logic, maybe say you have to also attach a knowledge base. In that case you need to chunk your document, and a lot of like hectic processes goes into that. But this is where we make things very simple, right? Very doable, no code. You don't have to brainstorm so much. You just have to like bring your instruction, choose your model, add the tools, and voila, you'll end up having a production ready agent that is always ready to assist you. Okay, now this agent that we are going to build is not going to take a lot of time. I'm just going to explain a lot of elements in between, which is why it is going to take a lot of time. And that's about it, right? Now let's get into the agent platform and let's see how we are going to build this. I hope that while I was talking so much, you were able to like sign up in case you haven't already, and kind of launched the builder. So once you launch your builder, it will take you to this tab. If you can see my screen. Also, feel free to drop any questions you might have in this session. I will definitely answer it. If you need me to repeat any of the agent, that's also fine. Okay. All right. Good. Now, great. Now this is our admin console. This is where all of our agents have been listed. As you can see, we have made a lot of agents so far in all of these workshops. We also have a ready template for different agents that we have built. You can see we have employee onboarding, appointment booking, some marketing agents, some customer service agent, all of these agents, right? You can check that those templates and build accordingly as well. But for now, we are just going to create a new agent. So I'm just going to click on add new agent, which creates a new canvas for me. Okay. I hope that my screen is still visible. Also, in case if it is not ever visible, do let me know. Okay, I'll just reshare again. Great. Okay. So once you open, this is the new agent, and at first we are just going to rename this. Let's say I'm going to name it sales. Okay. And then you can choose some icon from here. Okay, that's completely up to you. And then we're just going to hit on update. As you can also see, we have like the versioning available also. So in case you liked your previous version better, you can always switch back. All right, we have the rollback method. Great. Now next is you need to select your model. So I usually go with Google or OpenAI. In case you want to go with Anthropic, that is also fine. Completely up to you. You can select the provider, the model, and you can also see some credit usage, how it happens, and the context window. I hope that everyone here is familiar with context window. In case you're not, I'm definitely going to tell you what it is. But yeah, that's about it mostly. So I'm going to stick with OpenAI, and my model is fine only. It is a moderate credit consumption. That's fine. In case you need to know more about credit consumption, do visit our documentation on agents. You can see how the credits are being consumed by an agent on every tool calls, right? Okay, great. Now that we have it here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to my agent guide. And I'm going to copy paste my instruction from there. You can do that too. In case you want a different instruction, or even for your future use, you can always open up ChatGPT and make your own instruction. Okay, I'm just going to copy this and head over to my agent. I'm going to paste it right here. Just give me one. One sec, I'm just going to paste as plain text. Okay. Okay, no worries. Okay. So this is how your agent is going to look. Agent instruction is going to look like. What I'm going to do is, I think there's a bit of code since it was in HTML. Not to worry. You can just like hit backspace and that's going to do the trick. Okay. All right. So at first you will be able to see. So just let me quickly go over the instruction and what I've basically explained in the instruction, right? So this agent person is going to validate with your like email ID, and then it is going to verify. Once you enter the customer requirements, it is going to verify with product availability, check inventory database, calculate the total cost, shipping cost, tax calculations, all of the calculations that you might have. And then it is going to decide whether that it should generate the code depending on the profit margins and other variables that you want. And then if let's say the profit margin is not that great and it needs manager approval, so it is directly going to send the code's approval to the manager, and only if the manager approves, then another agent can generate the quotation. But right now we are not kind of focusing on that. We are just going to make it very like chat first, very simple for now for the demo purpose, but this can get as complicated as like the work gets, right? Okay, next is it is going to reject any codes that might be overboard with the stock that you might not be having in the inventory. Next, it is going to generate the PDF, and then you can share it with your customer. Okay, so this process usually in real life, if a let's say a sales team person does it, it kind of takes 10 to 20 minutes, let's say, of getting all of the calculations done, or all of the taxes calculated, all of the manager approval maybe, and generating the PDF. This takes 10 and 20 minutes. Okay, now this is not that big of a time. In let's say 7-8 hours of work, 10 to 20 minutes is not that big of a deal. But now think, if you get this in, let's say, 50 or 1000, or if the volume goes up, the work also gets hectic, and there's a lot of heavy lifting if you need to like revisit the cost, the calculations all of the time. So you can have this agent as your assistant, so that the low hanging fruits are definitely covered. All of the things that require approvals and a little bit more complicated stuff can be handled by you, or maybe by multi-agent architecture. That's completely fine. So yeah, that's about it, how you can use this agent. Next, for approval, I have also notified what is the manager's email ID. I have kept space for your email ID, so you can incorporate any of your email ID. So I'm just gonna use mine that I use personally. Okay, so I've used this Arnaworks. You can use any of your email ID, but make sure you add your email ID right here. Otherwise, the agent won't be able to send approval when it needs. Okay. Next. Okay. Okay, so next is it is going to also use your user context, right? Now, what is user context for this agent? Now, let's say you have a sales team of 5 people. Now, all 5 people do not have the same email ID, right? Everyone has different email ID, and maybe also 5% are handling more customers, like different customers, right? So once each person from the team kind of uses this agent is going to determine from which email ID, or which person from the sales team is using this agent, and also going to capture that email ID, right? For knowing the information that this person has handled this customer and wanted these codes for the product. Okay, I hope that that was clear. Next is going, I have also mentioned instruction about my data sources. Now, for convenience of this workshop demo, I have used Google Sheets, which you can also access. Just copy and paste it in the URL section, and you'll be able to see Google Sheet and all of the information in it. Usually, people use, let's say, internal databases like MySQL, Postgres, whatever. Or you can also like use Zoho Inventory in case you're already using that. Zoho Inventory, there's QuickBooks, all of these. You can use Salesforce as well for your inventory. Maybe if you have small businesses, you can use Shopify. So all of these are pretty much available in tool section. But for my convenience, I've used Google Sheet, so that you can also like check all of the information and actually see how it works. Okay, just give. While you like read the agent instruction, it is going to be pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so nothing too much. I've just like copy paste this. Okay, good. Okay, I've used the instruction guide, and I've again just copy pasted it. I guess that was some glitch on my part only while pasting. Okay, so your instructions should look something like this, and once you preview it, you will be able to see how this like instruction looks like. So we have the role first defined, so that the agent has clarity on how it should behave. Next, we have the responsibilities gathered into like some bullet points, so that it knows what it is supposed to do, and what it is definitely not supposed to do is never approve codes that requires approval. Okay, that would be a big blunder. Next is to have the email ID right here, as I mentioned earlier as well. So in here you can just mention your email ID for the demo. Okay. Okay, so I have incorporated my email ID in this as well. One second. I can see, I think Sudhanshu couldn't log in with Gmail ID. Kindly use business or work Gmail ID. I hope that's okay now. Yes, Rama. So we have 2000 AI credits. If you have used all of them, then do let me know so that I can refill the credits if you're building more agents. I understand completely. But there's no rating limits as such, but you can obviously see the tokens that are getting consumed. So if you just like a quick detour, if you click on the credit section, no, or the tool call section, you'll be able to see how many tool calls you have done or the credits you have consumed. So let us know in case you are facing any further problems. Okay, now back to the guide. I have yeah, I have incorporated the databases right here, and also just to like let you know and keep this instruction explanation very brief, is that I have divided it into steps. Okay, so this is the best practice that I kind of follow, is that you first define the role, you define all of the responsibilities, then you define what not to do, and then you define any of the databases that you might have in the tools section, which we are going to add, of course. And then I go into the details of each step of how this kind of works. And to also give you a more architectural diagram on it, I have prepared a diagram. Let me quickly bring it up. One sec. Okay, I just that architecture is loading since it's a big image file. That's why it's taking some time. But we'll get back to that. For now, we can just, yeah, you can just continue with the agent. Okay, now for this agent we are not attaching any of the knowledge base, but you can go ahead and attach knowledge base if your agent requirement is something like that. Now we are going to go ahead and add our tools and provide our agent with some hands. Okay, so first tool is that we are going to attach our database, which is Google Sheets, and it can be Zoho Inventory, QuickBooks, any of the inventory that you're already using. If you have connected internal database, you can also use that. But if you just want to keep it simple for now, you can use my Google Sheet that I have provided. So just go ahead in Google Sheet and just select 3 toolkits from there. So just give it a minute to open up. Yeah, it is opening up. Yeah, okay. Now that it has opened up, you can just go ahead and add batch get. Okay, so that's one. Don't worry, I have mentioned all of this in the guide. So in case you may miss in the tool section, you can always refer to the guide. Okay, so first batch, next is append. So wait, did I just scroll past it? Yeah, append values to spreadsheet, and then update spreadsheet values. Okay, these are the three toolkits we are going to use. Also remember, if you're using Donation platform and you're on free trial, so you can add up to 10 tools. So choose tools very wisely, and it is kind of a tip that you do not add extra toolkits to your agent that it doesn't require. Otherwise it just kind of puts like a lot of tools that it doesn't require, and you kind of hit that limit of adding tools. Okay, okay, our database has been settled. Next is we are going to have Gmail attached as a tool for manager approval, and from in here we are just going to select send email, and that's it. One sec. Yeah, okay, I missed. So send email from here. And the last is to attach a PDF generator. For that, I'm going to use in the ready tools only API to PDF. You can just search it up. And in here, you just click on add header footer. That is going to do the job for generating the PDF. Now, so let's say you're in a company, okay, and your company definitely has some design guides on how it wants the, let's say, professional code PDF to also look. Okay, in that case, once you go back to the guide, I have actually shared an HTML that sets that context. So I'll just scroll down and copy this sample HTML for PDF generation, which is going to give me a certain kind of a structure which I want. I'm just going to copy it from here, go back to my agent and paste it. Okay. Yeah. So as you can see, I have pasted the HTML style right here. If you do not want to copy paste the HTML file, that is also fine. In the instruction, just let it know that you need to generate a PDF and all of those things. It can be taken care of by ChatGPT also. And that's it. Okay, that's all you need. But adding this would like have a specific structure on how it generates the quotation. Okay, that's it. So I have added all of the instruction. I have added all the tools that we require. Next, quick adding our account. So for adding our account, if you have not added any of the account, it is pretty easy. Just 2-click process. Okay, just click on add account, and in here you can just click on create Google Sheet via auth and just type a name. So let's say you can, let's say, write test, and that's it. And then you hit create account, and it is going to create the account for you and connect your system with this agent. Okay, and you repeat this process for all of the tools. For for Gmail also, you repeat this process. For API to PDF, for that you have to go to this API to PDF website and create a account, and it is for free only. And there you generate the API. So if I actually take you there as well, just to guide you. I hope that this screen of mine is also visible. You just click on get my API key, and you just sign up in here, and it is going to generate the API key for you. And then you can attach that API key right here. So if you open, so I have my account connected, but if you had to, yeah. So you just type your account name, enter your API ID. That's it. That's it. That's all you have to do. Okay. Perfect. So I hope that so far in this workshop, everyone has been able to attach the instruction and attach the correct tools. I'll just take 30-second pause so that everyone is up to date till here. Okay. I hope that everyone so far was able to follow in this workshop. Great. Now, what I'm going to do is, in this Gmail, I am also going to have this one enabled, is require individual user login. Okay. So this will help my agent to recognize which person from the team is using this agent at which time and kind of wants to generate quotations. Okay. This is a recent feature that we have enabled, and it really helps a lot if your agent is being used by a team or between a few people in the group. All right. So you can have that on, but now for your purpose, you can just disable it. It is going to work fine. But that's a feature I just wanted to mention. Great. Now, before testing this agent, I just want to quickly also show you a few things. So you can do like max iteration and set the temperature. Now I want this agent to be very accurate. So I'm going to lower the temperature even more. So it's 0.2. And max iteration is the number of times this agent is going to loop through all of the instructions. You can set that as well. Now, if that helps in any of your agent use case, that's why I wanted to just explain that as well. Great. Now it's time for us to use the playground and test our agent. Okay. So for that, I'm just going to open the playground and let me quickly expand this a little bit so that it's better visible. Yeah. I hope that it is visible now. I'm going to head back to the agent guide. As I said, agent guide is like the source of truth for all of the workshops that I conduct. And let's say I want this one. So let's start with something that the agent would auto approve. Okay. So I want, let's say, this prompt, and just go back to the agent and copy paste that prompt right here. If you want, you can also like take a look in the database and come up with your own prompts. That's also absolutely doable. So yeah. Now my sales quotation generator agent is for a like fashion lifestyle retail industry, um, in e-commerce. So that's why the database and the prompts look like this. If you want to explore any other use case, let's say construction, B2B, any of the services that you might have, that's also doable. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to click on send. And it is going to do a few of the tool calls. Okay. Okay. So as you can see, it has successfully, accessed our database inventory for, checking the stock. It has also accessed our database for checking what are the shipping rates that we have. And it is categorized, it has, identified the product name that the customer wants and then proceeded with total calculations. So I have very minimal 3 calculations right over here, but it gets really complicated when you're using it in real time in a real industry. Okay, so I have checked the base cost, the total base cost that I will have, the quoted order value, and how much profit margin that I might have on if I do this deal, right? So it has done its stock check, its inventory check, and its margin check. And the margin is really good. It's like 42.07%, which is, and I have set like 20% as a threshold. So it's satisfactory. Now it will proceed to update the inventory and generate the PDF. So if I just give it a go ahead, okay. So it has updated the inventory with minusing the stocks. Next, it has also added the customer order in our database. And lastly, it has also generated the quote for us. So if I just click on the quote, as you see that it just got downloaded. So I'm just going to open this and share this for you. I hope that my screen is still visible. Yeah. So my company name is Apparel Co. That's why I kind of added the HTML also. And this is a provisional code. And the total coded amount is this. And then you just download this. This actually got downloaded already. You just share this with the customer and you're good to go, right? So your 10-20 minutes process has been boiled down to like what if your agent is there 1 minute process, and that is really going to make an impact if you are doing if you're dealing with like a high volume quotation generation in your daily to daily task in sales team, right? Okay. Now if I go back to my agent, now let's test out. I as I said mentioned in the initial time of this workshop that there are usually three kind of scenarios, right? One where everything is perfect and the PDF is generated with quotes and all, and you just send the customer, and that's it, you're done. Second is where the profit margins are maybe low, maybe there's some kind of other scenarios that are happening where you need manager's approval. So next we are going to try that out. So for that, I'm again going to head back to the agent guide. And let's try out this. So we want to prepare a quote for Flipkart. So Flipkart is one of our customers, which is a pretty big deal. Okay, great. I'm going to share this tab instead, and let's try to open a new thread and carry out this conversation over there. So you just click on plus, and that is going to create a new conversation thread for you. And here you can just paste your prompt and click on send. Okay. Let me try again. Yeah, okay. Great. So as you can see, it did all of the tool calls because it needed to send approval to the manager. Okay. Because the profit margin in this case was really low. So you'll be also able to see how much is the profit margin. So the shipping cost, all of the base cost and all of those are calculated. And the profit margin turns out to be a 10.10%, which is really less than our threshold. That's why it needed the manager's approval, and so far it has sent the manager for approval. Okay, and it has also mentioned the current status and the reason why it needed an approval. Now if I head over to my inbox, just pretending to be the manager for this agent, now that's how it is actually supposed to do. And now let's try for an agent where it needs, like, it probably will reject because of low stock. Let's try that scenario as well. I'm doing all of these scenarios because if you actually see, you have like a happy path while you're testing any of the agent or application, and then you have edge cases also, right? And you know that an agent is going to do well if it performs well in both happy path, in a scenario where everything works out perfectly, and in the edge cases where things might need approval, things they're supposed to not do, all of those scenarios. So one sec, let me quickly copy. I'm not able to see if my screen is visible or not. Can anyone? Okay, great. My screen is still visible. Okay, good. Now I'm just going to copy this and head over here. Okay. So let's try to open a different thread so that we have 3 threads for 3 different scenarios. And great. So we want to generate a quote for, let's say, Amazon fashion. We need this kind of product. We need 120 pieces of it. Then the destination city is Mumbai and quoted price is, let's say, 2000. And it has calculated all of the financial stuff and checked feasibility, stock constraints, and margin check. And as you can see, this quantity exceeds the available stock in our inventory. That's why the PDF has not been generated. And that's the reason. You can also like give the customer if in case this is the scenario. Okay. But this has been recorded in the customer order database according to our instruction. So that's how your agent kind of plays out in different scenarios. And quick few things I wanted to show you. Very important if you are building production level agents, all of the governance and tracing you need to do. So in the trigger section, we right now have the chat section enabled, but we already also have some inbuilt triggers and ready triggers that you might want to explore. In the traces section, which is basically the main section for seeing how your agent is doing the reasoning behind every tool calls, behind every tool action, and all of that, right? So you can just check the reasoning right here behind every decision that is taken by the agent, which kind of gives you the transparency that you need while having an AI assistant. And next in the overview, it shows kind of the input and output that it has generated. Also the tool calls which has been made. So this was one with the reject prompt. Let's check for this one. Okay. So every time you send, like it will come under the message. So as you can see, since this one needed approval, it did a tool call to our inventory. It did a tool call to our shipping cost, shipping database, and all of that. And then it appended, it added in the customer orders. It also sent the approval and recorded the quote. Okay. So this is how your agent basically works out. I hope that this was useful. Now I'm open to any of the doubts that you might have, any of the use cases that you might think, or any of the features that you want to extend into here. This was the agent that we built today. It was a sales quotation generator. And if this agent has worked out for you, do let me know. In case you want, if you have any feedback on any of the other use case that you might want to explore or you want us to take up next, definitely drop a DM at my email ID, which is aharna@dronaichu.com, and I'll take a look. If you have any doubt throughout, please let me know in the chat section so that I can help. And if you have successfully built your agent, then do like share it in social media on LinkedIn, and do definitely tag me. That, as I said, is a great motivation for me to keep doing all of these workshops and coming up with, very new, very good use cases like this. Also, if you have any use cases in mind, please drop them. I'd love to work them with you. If you have missed any part, if you have any doubt, do let me know. Otherwise, I think you're at a good time to conclude this workshop.